What's up, CEOs? We are going to be talking about today ending the year strong to set up a better tax season. Okay. So if you are watching this video right now, then you are probably watching the video uploaded to YouTube because this goes down in the dealer group. So like and subscribe so that you can let the algorithm know that this is good info. And then also join the group so you can get in on these videos a little sooner than when they are uploaded to YouTube. Okay. So I am Shamel. I started the Auto Dealer Business School so that I can help dealers to stay in business, really, like get started, save money, stay in business so that you can build a wealthy foundation. Like this business can be the foundation of your wealth. The car business is a great business, but a lot of times it doesn't feel great, especially if you don't know what you're doing, right? It doesn't feel great. This video is sponsored by the $1 Million Dealer Club. So the $1 Million Dealer Club is where you get everything you need to stay in business. So we talk about, or we train you on auction, marketing, sales, and then also business operations. We also have dealer meetings weekly so that you can get questions answered and you can troubleshoot issues. For example, like we had some title stuff going on this week that we were able to help a dealer to work through. Okay. So if you are interested in the dealer club, then comment dealer club and I will send you a link to join. It is going to definitely be a necessity for you to maximize tax season. I would say, especially if you're new, it would be a great tool to be able to maximize tax season. And if you aren't licensed, it does come with drama-free licensing. You get free membership to the dealer club, the $1 Million Dealer Club, all right? So today we're going to be talking about what to do, like to close out your year and to start strong. Now, full disclosure, when I first started, I wasn't thinking nothing about closing out the year, right? Like I didn't start thinking like a business. So it wasn't until years later that I started to do year-end business activities. So that's what we're talking about. You do year-end business activities to set you up for the beginning of the year, okay? And this training is actually sponsored by, or not sponsored by, but inspired by a conversation we had this week in the dealer club about closing the year strong, because we had a member who had some inventory that he needed a plan for because some of the inventory was on his floor plan. And if you already know, I talk about how to manage your floor plan and this. So I was inspired to do this video so that you don't get stuck or caught up with your floor plan around the holidays. All right. So closing your year strong, doing business-like things so that you can save money and make more money next year. The first thing you need to do to close your year strong is you need to pre-calculate your taxes. Okay, I talk a lot about this. This is the time before December 31st to know what your tax bill will look like. You need to calculate how much income you have had in your business. If you are primarily selling cars, then that income is from car sales, and you should get that number from your DMS. All right. So you need to know income. You also need to know expenses. So this is everything that went into selling inventory. So that's, repairs, parts, marketing, paper, everything that you spent money on in your business. You're going to get these numbers mainly from your business bank account. If you have been commingling funds, then you need to look at your charges also on your personal debit card and personal credit card to see what all has been business expenses. If you do find that you have some business expenses on your personal cards, check with your CPA always, because I'm not a CPA, but do an expense report from you personally to your business so your business can pay those business expenses and kind of mitigate some of that commingling activity. Okay. But these are just strategies. There are a lot of strategies that we talk about, tax strategies, and they're inside the dealer club. But the gist of this is you have to know your income and your expenses so that then you can calculate what's left over, and then what's left over to be able to have a zero tax bill or as close to zero as possible. Then what you want to do is you want to pay yourself or your team. Like, this is where bonuses come in, right? Because those are additional write-offs. Maybe you even want to throw an end of the year party for your customers. This can also be like your family is part of your customer base, right? So invite your family, have an end of the year party. That's marketing, that's branding. It also keeps you in touch with your customers. Okay. These are just some examples of how to spend the money before December 31st so that you can avoid paying taxes on it. Okay. And then you can also even donate to a nonprofit. A car nonprofit such as Family Car Foundation will give you a tax write-off before December 31st for 2025 taxes. All right. So this is how businesses avoid paying taxes. They kind of know what they're working with before the year ends, and then they spend it, right? And they spend it in ways that enhance the business for next year, right? Either paying you or your team, or marketing, some kind of marketing event like a party, right? With some punch and some, whatever. So know your numbers. That's number one, is you have to calculate your tax numbers so that you know them before the end of the year, because after December 31st, you can't do nothing about it. All right. So know your numbers before, I would say, December 19th. Okay. 19th is the deadline. December 19th is the deadline to know your numbers. All right. So number two, let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Any questions? So number one was know your numbers. Number two is your inventory plan. Okay. So you probably got cars right now that haven't sold. You need to take a look at what's on that floor plan and when the payment is going to come due. So this is why this video was inspired by the guy I was helping in the dealer club meeting, the dealer, because he had a couple of cars on his floor plan that were going to have a payment due at the end of this year, like close to Christmas. And like, cash cars sell. They sell anytime, all the time. However, around the holidays, no matter what kind of car it is, there is slower traffic. So you don't want to be stuck with anything that's on your floor plan around Christmas or New Year's. In between that little lull of, December, I would say like December 22nd-ish to January 4th-ish. Okay? Like, if you got a floor plan payment, it is time to pay that car off of your floor plan with cash that you have on hand, or get funding. For funding, pre-qualify with me for funding from our funding partner. Okay. It's time to pay that off the floor plan, or sell it. And selling it does not mean take a loss. So that's something else we talked about in the dealer meeting, because he was like, oh, I'm gonna have to take a loss. And I'm like, I am allergic to loss. Okay. So no, like, let's figure out what is the plan. And for his plan, some of his cars are going to go on Turo. Okay. And one, he's going to pay off cash, and the others, he's going to change his listings and see what sells before they sell. And then the other part of that plan is, what do you need to sell back at the auction? Right. Even though I'm not really a fan of that plan, but to avoid a floor plan payment, you better sell that car back at the auction, right? Set your floor, make sure it is frontline ready. Okay. Spick and span. Okay. Cleaner than a board of health. Okay. And sell that, because by any means necessary, avoid paying a floor plan bill. All right, COs. Okay. So that is your inventory plan. So whatever you have that's left, you need to sell it before the end of the year, especially if it's on your floor plan. But if not, if it's going to be part of the inventory you offer after the new year and for tax season, then you need to also include that in your numbers, right? Because there are some tax implications with holding inventory. All right. Again, I am not a CPA. Contact a CPA for details on that tip. All right, CEO. So let me know about your inventory plan. Let me know if you have any questions. All right. But this is where people get in trouble with those floor plans. Please, please, please listen to me. Take my advice. Okay. I do not want you getting put out of business because you didn't know what to do. All right. So that's number 2. Number 3 is your customers. So during tax season, there are people everywhere trying to sell your customer a car. So you need to contact your customers now to let them know, hey, I'm still in business. I still exist. Your past customers, that is. I'm still here. I still exist. I still got what you need. Okay. You planning on buying a car tax season? Come see me. Okay. Holla at your boy, holla at your girl. All right. So people do that easily through a CRM. That's where a CRM comes in. And Dealer Center does have the CRM attached to the DMS. So a DMS is for the inventory. CRM is for customers, customer relationship management. That's what CRM stands for. Okay. It allows you to send out emails, bulk emails, even text messages. If you attach like a text service, this allows you to mass communicate to your customer list. This is everybody who you sold a car to or who came into your sphere this year. Like they were looking for a car, they text you, look through your phone, whose numbers, who sent email addresses, put all that in your CRM, send them something saying that you are still in business and you are here to help them find their next car. Okay. That's how you get in front of all the competition. They already know you. And if they know you, they most likely trust you more than somebody they don't trust or they don't know, a dealer they don't know. Okay. So let them know, even if you don't have the car that they're looking for, that's where your by appointment only service comes in, where you go to the auction and you buy the car they're looking for. Okay. Even though be careful with that because it will be tax season and you know how auction prices get during tax season. So you definitely want to make sure you have a source where you can get the cars that they need or are looking for. All right, CEOs. So that's number 3. Okay, your customers. You got to set it up with your customers now. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. You know, I respect everybody's religion, okay? So I am always like, whatever your religion is, Happy Holidays, okay? Because it is not about religion. It is about people and connection and being kind to one another and respectful and all that. So I say Happy Holidays. I celebrate everybody's holidays. I know everyone's holiday schedule. I even have it in my phone and send out because all holidays, you know, should be treated equal and respected. All right. A little bit of a soapbox, but that's just to, you know, keep you in touch with your customers. Everybody likes to see themselves in their business partnerships. So make sure that you respect each culture and each holiday is all I'm saying there. All right. And then of course, New Year is New Year, January 1st, happy January 1st. You better send something out to your customers. New year, new you, new car. Okay. Because that's what everybody is looking for. Even though I have been seeing posts where people have been like, for New Year, can I get a gently used year? Okay. So, but yeah, make fun, have fun, stay in touch with your customers is the point, CEOs. Any questions? Let me know in the comments. All right. And then the very last step into closing your year out strong and starting tax season, in order to start tax season strong, is just to have intentionality in your revenue goals. Okay. So having revenue goals itself is intentionality. All right, CEOs. I didn't really start like making money until I started to decide to make money, you know, with setting revenue goals. So it is the time now to say, okay, this is what I did this year in terms of money wise. And let me just say, looking at your numbers, I know it's numbers, it's paperwork. And I hate doing it myself. I do. So I'm not even coming to you like, you should do it. You know, you should love to do it. No, I hate doing it myself. But let me tell you what does happen after I do it. When I see those numbers, I get so proud of myself, right? Because it's like, oh my goodness, it's in black and white. that yes, this business made some money. You know, we had money coming in. Making money is, you know, the other part of it. Like, how much did we spend? But at least knowing that, man, this business made money, money came in, then I can get into a gratitude space. Like, this is working. When you don't see the numbers, it's hard to be in a gratitude space. When you don't see the numbers, all you really can see is like the mistakes and the hurt and all that. And that puts out like a negative frequency on your business. But when you see the numbers and you see that you've been making money, oh my goodness, it's like, oh, I am out here doing it. So let me do it better for next year. Let me set some revenue goals. Okay. And so this is when you set your revenue goals. How much money do you want to make as you personally? And then for your business, what are your goals for your business this year? What kind of inventory do you want to buy? What kind of services do you want to offer? Who do you want to help this year? Is this the year to start helping people in need with cars? Is this what is the next year going to look like for your business? And how do you plan to make money? Because you should be making money. You cannot help anybody else if your business is not making money. That whole put on your own oxygen mask is the money. The oxygen mask in your business is money, is revenue. You will not stay in business if you are not making money, if you do not have revenues, if you're not selling cars or renting cars. You are not making money. All right, CEO. So be intentional about your revenue goals. Think about it, plan about it, dream about it. Okay. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't, like, please don't say to yourself, oh, I can't do that, or that's too big of a goal. The how is not up to you, right? That's where the manifestation part comes in. That's where you leave room for miracles. That's where you leave room for like things to just fall into place. Your assignment is just to wish for it, dream about it. Like, okay, this next year, I want to sell 10 cars a month, 20 cars a month, 30 cars a month. I want to have some luxury car customers. I want to give a couple of cars away to aging out foster kids. I want to, like, whatever it is, allow yourself to dream about what this next year is for your business, because this should be fun. It should be fun. It should be a dream come true for you. Okay. I was just thinking yesterday, I was like, this is a dream come true. Okay. And I'm definitely getting a little choked up, but it is the truth. This is a dream come true, and it should be a dream come true for you always. And if it's not, that means you're not dreaming. So dream about your business, what it looks like in the next year, 2026. Okay. Which is what we have coming up. Get your end of the year plan together. And if you need help, which I know you need help, that's why I'm here. You need help. Join the $1 Million Dealer Club. And if you have not gotten licensed yet, then you will get the $1 Million Dealer Club with drama-free licensing. All right, CEOs. So hopefully this training has been a blessing to you. You have to close out your year. You're in business, okay? Your business needs structure. So you have to close out your year. You have to open your year, okay? We'll talk about that part a little later, but close out your year, please. Know your numbers. Knowing your numbers is going to make you proud of yourself no matter what your numbers are. Or even if you look at your numbers, you're like, okay, I didn't make as much money as I wanted to make, but that's just motivation for the next year. All right, CEOs. So, comment Dealer Club if you want more information on the Dealer Club. In the Dealer Club, like I said, auction help, lenders, you'll need lenders. You'll need auction, feel confident about what you're buying. You'll need sales support. You'll need business management support, and that is all there for you. All right, CEOs. So be blessed. I'll see you in the next training, and close out your year. You are in business. Do that. Avoid those floor plan fees, and I'll see you soon. Bye.